be quiet. Hey, everybody! How you doing? It is Sundays at 6. This is your live stream for the weekend. I'm sorry I missed you guys on Friday. I had a bunch of running around to do, but we'll be back this week with your regular scheduled programs. But for now, this is your Sundays at 6. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope it's been a lovely week for everybody. Um, it definitely was a good week for me. I didn't have to shovel much snow, which is always definitely a bonus. But also, we were doing lots of recording, simulcast recording, sending stuff back and forth between Mike and B and myself, and so I'm excited for you guys to hear what we've got coming. I'm going to start things off with one of the songs from the album. The song's called "Freak Like Me." Open up your mouth, bite the hand that feeds you. Let me hear the words. I'll be the one to tease you. It's too late to turn back now. Show me what you're made of. Is this what you're afraid of? Tell me your secrets. Don't stop until you're done. Show me what you're made of. Never met a freak like me. A freak like me. Open up your eyes. I'll be the one who sees you. Find a line to cross. I'll be the one who meets you. It's too late to turn back now. Show me what you're made of. Is this what you're afraid of? Tell me your secrets. Don't stop until you're done. Show me what you're made of. Never met a freak like me. A freak like me. Show me what you're made of. Is this what you're afraid of? Tell me your secrets. Don't stop until you're done. Show me what you're made of. Never met a freak like me. A freak like me. A freak like me. Thank you. So once again, this is your Sundays at 6. My name is Dane Hartzell. For those of you that don't know, this is the band Tense Machine. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, all of those fun platforms. So go find us, subscribe on our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and you'll find all these fun videos that we post from tippity time to tippity time. This next tune is it's an older one that I wrote. and I wrote it with a friend of mine. His name is Rex Gowdy. He is over on the east coast of Canada. So if you're watching, buddy, I hope you're having a good time. I hope it's not snowing and nasty over there because it tends to get little cold and blustery. But this one's to Rex. Not my puppy Rex. Took too long to figure out my ways. Now I see I'm caving in. As time goes on, it brings me so much pain to see you cry again. Can't help it from crawling out of my skin. Feel like I'm losing again. I try to be everything I wanted you to see. It's all our fault. I try to be man, I always needed you to see. Yeah, I'm falling short. Give me one more chance and you'll see. I'll try to be. Try to be. I'm coming home, and I don't know where you are. You finally have had enough, and I'm all alone. Oh, man, I don't know where you are. I'd give anything to keep your love. Can't help it from crawling out of my skin. Feel like I'm losing again. I try to be everything you wanted me to be. Yeah, I'm falling short. I try to be. Man, I always needed you to see. It's all my fault. Give me one more chance and you will see. I'll try to be. I'll try to be. Took too long, oh, to figure out my ways. Now I'm caving in. I try to be everything you wanted me to be. Yeah, I'm falling short. I try to be man, I always needed you to see. It's all my fault. Give me one more chance and you will see. Give me one more chance and you will see. So give me one more chance and you will see. That I'll try to be. Thank you. I always say thank you at the end just because I assume you guys are clapping. And if you're not, that's okay. I won't be upset. So to keep these things going with something else that's on the album, um, you guys have the set list, but I'll tell you, this next one's called "Taking You Out." Please, please, shield me from the madness that I see. Precious got the people on their knees, not praying for forgiveness. Release me, please. You're not killing any part of me. You're not taking me down. You're not killing any part of me. 'Cause the harder you push, feeds the fire that is taking you down. Awake, staring out the window. Come on, take a million pieces of me. I won't break. Suffer here in silence. Release me, please. You're not killing any part of me. You're not taking me down. You're not killing any part of me. 'Cause the harder you push, feeds the fire that is taking you down. Taking you down. Taking you down. Taking you down. You're not killing any part of me. You're not taking me down. No. You're not killing any part of me. 'Cause the harder you push, feeds the fire, the fire. You're not killing any part of me. You're not taking me down. No. You're not killing any part of me. 'Cause the harder you push, feeds the fire that is taking you down. Taking you down. That is taking you down. Taking you down. Fire that is taking you down. Oh. So yeah, this one is not on the album. This is one of my favorite tunes, and actually, it was kind of funny. I was driving around this afternoon, and FM 96, which was one of the first rock stations that I really ever got into. Um, but they have I can't remember what they call it, but it's like an all acoustic lunch hour. So they play all acoustic versions of different band songs. Um, One of the first ones that I heard was a Smashing Pumpkins tune, and then an OLP tune that I have to say sounded hilarious. Because the mix was all funny, but Rain still killed it. Um, and then the last one was that I heard while I was in the car was none other than Chris Cornell singing Black Hole Sun. So I figured that is definitely one of my favorite tunes, and figured I'd do that one tonight. I know I've done it before, but shoot me. In my eyes, indisposed, in disguise, no one knows. Hides a face, lies a snake. Will listen in my disgrace. Boiling heat, sunburst stench. Beneath the black, the sky looks dead. Call my name through the trees, and I hear you scream again. Black old sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Stuttering, cold and bare, still the wild winds, my old friend. Times are gone for an honest man, sometimes far too long for snakes. In my youth, walking sleep, in my shoes I pray to keep heaven sent hell away, 'cause no one sings anymore. So black old sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black old sun, black old sun, won't you come? Oh, and wash away the rain. Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black old sun, black old sun. So black old sun, black old sun. So black old sun, black old sun. Hang my head, drown my fear, till you all just disappear. Black old sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Black old sun, won't you come? Oh, and wash away the rain. Black old sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Won't you come? Thank you. So I'm gonna play one more tune and then find where B and Mike are and get them in here so that we can chitty McChat on the Ratty Tat. But this last tune that I'm gonna play is called "Bottom of the Bottle." This is one of the first tunes that we released. I want to say not this past May, but the May before. It was "Bottom of the Bottle." I won't throw it away, and "Best Mistake." And thank you very much to everybody streaming on Spotify. Best Mistake is almost at 300,000 plays. I think. I believe that is the correct CT. But yeah, so thank you guys very much, and to those that haven't listened to it, go find it. Do your homework. I tried to play this straight. I tried to do this over. Too little or too late. Each day is one step closer. Seems that everything's pulling me at the seams. Just don't get too close to me. 'Cause every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. Even though I try too hard, I keep reaching for the bottom. Tell me that I won't survive, yes I fight, no you're right. But every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. I hit the bottom of the bottle. You tried to pull me in, I tried to drag you under. Who knows how long it's been? Why should we even bother? Seems that everything is pulling me at the seams. Just don't get too close to me, yeah. 'Cause every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. Every time I fall so hard, I keep reaching for the bottom. Tell me that I won't survive, yes I fight, no you're right. But every time I fall apart, hit the bottom, keep trying to break free. These chains are heavy, chains are heavy, chains are heavy. Keep trying to break free. These chains are heavy, yeah, yeah. But every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. Even though I try so hard, I keep reaching for the bottom. Tell me that I won't survive, unless I fight, no you're right. But every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. Hit the bottom of the bottle. Oh, hit the bottom of the bottle. Anyways, thank you guys very much. I know that I see Mike and B on here. Let me just boom and boom. Oh hey there, boys. Oh wait, now they're all frozen.
I'm here.
Oh, Mike's just pretending to be frozen. Oh, I was gonna see how long he could go before he blinked. Yeah. It was cute while it lasted. I guess I'll bring in the comments. Oh, he's giving us the one.
Yo. You hear me?
Oh, there he is.
I was watching the actual like feed. The feed. Not the StreamYard feed.
Yeah, I was in a totally different screen when you put me on too. I was like,
So it was.
So
it
I'm
was a
like
few
way
behind
behind.
there.
Yeah, I'm like way behind.
yeah, if you go on actual Facebook, it's
So that way I can keep in the chat the right way. That's why when I go over to that, I have this like weird looking profile look at
It
the
was
computer
hilarious.
the whole time.
It was hilarious though because like it looked like you were trying to convince us that you were frozen.
So I'd be like, "Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I genuinely did not know because I was in the past and you were recording from the future."
mm-hmm.
I was saying something to somebody and I forgot. So I guess I'm here now. Good job, Dan. Sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded
Welcome.
great.
Welcome, boys,
We were wondering if we might have
and
some
thank you.
technical difficulties before.
Difficulties. That's so good.
There was a thing with the guitar earlier, and we're just like, is it the guitar? Is it the input jack? Is it the cable? Is it the interface? Is
And
it
it
just
became the
is
the
it
cabal.
Sunday?
It became the Sunday cabal.
Not sounding good.
So how are you boys doing today?
Let's start with Brennan.
I'm good. I just saw Mike. Not inside. Not inside. Outside.
It was a socially distanced seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, some paperwork for Brendan to take care of.
Yeah. We may have been writing on things.
As they say in the business, you need to get some ink on this.
Yeah.
So, it was good. It was good seeing you, Brendan. and seeing you.
Literally ink
Get
on
some
it.
ink on it.
We're not
That
being
was-
figurative at all.
It was good to see you. It's
No,
probably
there
the
was no
last-
figurative.
One of the last days we could hang out outside
Yeah.
because it's gonna get cold. And
Unless I
buckets are
come by,
snowing soon.
unless we come by in snowsuits.
I don't want to
which-
do that.
I think this year, that's what it is.
The year of the snowsuit.
If we could have a fire in your backyard, that'd be great. I don't think the neighbors would like that though.
We do have a little propane fire pit.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. That
Those
was,
things are key.
It's
honestly.
It's pretty rad. I
They're
didn't
pretty awesome.
know how awesome it would be, and then when you're sitting outside and having hot chocolate and roasting marshmallows, you're like,
It's
things
serious
are
time.
okay. Things
yeah,
are okay.
things
right
are
now.
good.
But yeah, it's pretty.
I
fun.
will say, if there was like, I want to be sitting outside roasting marshmallows and like weenies on a stick. I like hot dogs. I don't care what anyone says.
I'm with you, Dane.
Those things are awesome.
That's
But this
that's
is
the-
the song.
the
this
theme
is
of
the
this
song
year.
that we'd be singing.
What's the theme of this year?
Outdoor
This
hot
theme
dog
song.
Christmas.
Oh, that too, that too.
Sorry.
But no, this I've been watching a lot of Trailer Park Boys, and so this song would be in my in my head. Yeah, I see Mike being like, "No, don't play it."
I don't know.
Liquor and horse, liquor and horse.
I don't know this song.
Cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and horse.
Who wrote that?
Bubbles.
That's
from
a
Trailer
Bubbles,
Park.
Bubbles wrote
Bubbles
it.
tune. So it'd be more like liquor and horse.
It's on Spotify.
Liquor and horse. Cigarettes and dope and mustard and bologna, liquor and horse.
It's pretty good. It's got good vibrato.
Yeah, yeah.
Bubble,
That's
Bubbles in the shit rockers, right?
I've been Bubbles in the shit rockers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to find a way to put that into the set at some point, but I can't play the whole song. So a little bit is good enough. I think I've watched Trailer Park Boys probably 30 times. Like
It's a
the
good
entire
show.
the entire series over
Pretty
and
good
over again.
show.
It's pretty good.
I just watched Queen's Gambit.
I've
It's
heard
really
that's
good.
good.
It's really good.
Queen's Gambit?
Yep. It's about chess. The little girl
Exciting.
plays chess.
That
I don't
sounds
know how to
exciting.
play.
Sounds weird. Start watching it though. All of a sudden you'd be looking up chess on Wikipedia, and you're like, "Oh, chess!" I know I have.
Can your what is it? Bobby Fischer? Can your Bobby Fischer stats?
It's female Bobby Fischer.
Ah,
That's basically
Bobist,
what it is.
Bobist, fish wrist. But no, I honestly, I watched a movie recently where somebody was like, "Oh, do you play chess?" And the guy was like, "Am I not a gentleman?" And I just looked at Jen. I was like, "I don't know how to play chess at all. Like, I'm a gentleman, but I I can't play chess. I can play checkers."
I've dabbled in chess,
Really?
but I don't. It's one of those things where like not to say I was good at chess, but you know when you play pool a lot and you get pretty good at pool. I played chess for a while.
Yeah, I was a chess
in high
geek for a
school.
bit too.
Yeah, for some reason the punk community liked to play chess a lot. I think it's even more punk.
I think it's because it doesn't cost
Instead of playing
any money.
sports. That's true because the place we remember the
Chess doesn't cost any. Euchre. Euchre is a good punk sport.
Euchre used to cost money
a
though.
lot of chess. A lot of chess.
What?
We used to play. I mean,
Oh, you played for money?
from a small town. When we get together on the weekends, I mean, what else would we do? We'd play euchre for money. Sometimes it would not go so well.
I think I guess I gotta switch computers. I think Jeremy just solidified his place on the crew for
Whoa.
the tour.
Whoa.
4th in state. So basically
Wow.
that's
That's
the
in
competition.
5th grade. 5th grade.
That's the competition.
I don't
Jeremy
I
Isbell.
don't think in 5th grade I knew how to read. Okay, maybe I did. I probably did.
Look at the curriculum there. It's
well,
like,
the-
okay, we're sending them off to grade 9.
Come on, this is
show
Woodstock.
Show of hands. How many can read?
Cur-
All right, show of hands.
curriculum
How many of you know what I just said?
curriculum was a lot different in
Curriculum's-
Western Ontario, I guess, eh? I don't need to read. Actually, when I got to college and I taught English in the Writing Center, I would believe that if you said in grade 5 they didn't teach us to read, I'd be like, yeah, that lines up with the...
probably
That's the
true.
thing. Our hometown, like I think a lot of the basic education was like, don't fall in the river, and
Yeah. And at my high
don't
school,
play
it
on the
was
train
like,
tracks.
this is a hockey stick.
Hockey
Well,
stick,
honestly, like
guitar. Pick one.
I would have been held back a lot if I grew up in your area then, Mike, because I fell in the river a few times and I played on the train tracks quite a bit. One of our favorite fishing spots, you could only get to it by like climbing on the railway like bridge
Yeah.
and then like dangling down and dropping. So
It's great.
So yeah, we definitely. Now there was never any Stand By Me moments where
The
gotta
train's
run
coming
out.
and you're on the bridge.
like, come on, the chance.
my shoe's stuck.
But
Well, there
but
was
yeah, no.
there was one kid growing up that got hit by a train, and he like lost part of his arm, and like no one really knew like how did you get hit by the train because
and
it wasn't-
only lose part of your arm.
Well, because that's
like,
with the train, like you know where it's going.
yeah, but and I don't think it was a thing where you're like running across the track sort of thing. It was odd.
I didn't
was
see
very
it coming. You're like,
It's
really?
right it's that
Yeah,
way.
I don't know.
I don't want to joke about it too much because it's not funny.
Yeah,
It sucks.
it's
It's
not
still someone's
funny.
kid, but it's just like it's one of those things. Just like how do people not under the influence like get hit by a train?
I was gonna say I knew someone that got hit by a train in their car, but he was very much under the influence.
Yeah, I can
Unless-
see stuff like that happening.
Unless you're deaf, because I had a cat growing up, and I think I was too young to actually even know this cat, but it got run over.
Is this
by
the
a
animal cruelty segment of the show?
No, it got run over by a combine because it was deaf, and so it couldn't hear it coming. It was out in a field, and yeah. Well, obviously, if it got run over by a combine, if it was on the street and got run over by a combine, I would call bull crap. But no.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Dane. I see you're still scarred from that.
No, I definitely
This
am
concludes
not.
the animal cruelty segment of the program.
I didn't do it. I didn't run the combine. I wasn't even in the field at the time. I feel like that cat kind of knew what was coming, and it just maybe didn't like being deaf.
Maybe you're right. Maybe that was his exit. It's just like, you know what? I've had enough of this small town living. I just don't feel like I'm gonna catch a
Didn't
break.
leave on a high note.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a mixture of that and he didn't hear it. You could say it was a combined factors.
Combining factors. That's awful. That is awful.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah.
Well, at least he wasn't blind, or he wouldn't have been able to see himself out. I think we did have a blind cat at one point too, though. I think maybe we just took in some weird animals, or 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 my brother
don't
just told me
sound
a
like you
lot
really-
of like. Well, I don't know. Maybe my brother just told me these stories and they never actually happened. I don't know. That's possible. It's like I grew up thinking that like it's terrible. Our family had a deaf cat that we let get run over by a combine.
I wouldn't say on record you let it. You know, like it left the house and said, "I'm gonna go play in the field irresponsibly."
Maybe it did though, and I just didn't hear it.
No one stopped it.
It's
Yeah.
possible. Like, hey, see you later. If I'm gone too long, maybe come look for me. If you hear the combine, can you come get me because I can't hear it? Like maybe that happened and I just wasn't paying attention. In that case, butthole.
I'm just saying if you're gonna take in another animal, maybe don't tell this story when you're looking around.
You're just strolling through the animal shelter, just telling the cat combine
Okay,
story.
but realistically,
Okay, anything that's like big enough that it won't go through the combine,
okay, my
or
mom,
small
my
enough
mom
that it
just,
will. You
my
know?
mom just yeah, his name was Moses. Okay, I'm sorry.
And Moses was
So his name was Moses,
hearing
but
impaired.
he couldn't part the sea of corn to get the heck out of the way of the combine. Yeah, I don't know. That was a terrible name for that cat.
well, it's just a name. It's not a job description. Not a job description.
Okay, well, I guarantee that he was not after he got run over.
Wow.
Oh, that's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor Moses.
Yeah. Memory of Moses.
I wonder if the last thing he said was, "Let my people go." All right, that being said, I guess we can get off of the topic of. I still don't know if he died. He might have made it through and just didn't want to come back to our.
Maybe he faked his death.
Oh wow.
He had a lot of debt.
No, but maybe just he wanted a clean start somewhere.
Yeah.
So like he just found a stand-in, and just
Oh, okay, my mom's still. See, this is where the fact checker comes from,
yeah, just
Mike.
found a stand-in,
The fact checker
did
right
the
here.
deed,
He died on
Hit-
Uncle Gary's farm.
hitchhiked up the 401.
That sounds like a Primus tune. He
Uncle
died on
Gary's
Uncle
farm.
Gary's farm.
on Uncle Gary's farm.
That does sound like a Primus line.
He died on Uncle Gary's farm.
That doesn't sound like Primus.
He
at all.
didn't have another arm.
Yeah, Dane. Too much of what you're playing on guitar makes sense, so that's not Primus.
Yeah, it's
I
I
don't
want
not.
to
know,
be
I
like
wanted to play
Larry.
one
We
note.
need some. We need
It's
some
not
dissonance.
awkward at all. Yeah. That is close.
It's
Closer.
along the way.
Closer.
Yeah, Larry Lalonde, the world's best, worst, but
Winona
really
had a
good
big
bad
brown
guitar
beaver.
player. So
Isn't. Wait, no, the bass player is Les Claypool.
Les
right?
Claypool, yes, and Larry
Yeah.
Lalonde is the guitar player.
That's the one. Larry had a big brown beaver. Anywho, that was the only Primus song that I knew growing up. I was a skateboarder, and I considered myself cool because I skateboarded.
That was
I hung out
big.
with-
That was
Well, I
big.
hung out with all my brother's friends, so I thought like I was. If I could ollie manholes for cigarettes when I was a kid, it was like I was the coolest thing alive. But wasn't actually. But anyways, I remember them playing Primus and sitting there thinking, and I didn't start playing guitar yet, so this is just like a non-musician me listening to it, being like, "This is hilarious.
This is nonsense.
This is ridiculous."
And then you get older,
And then
like,
Creed came out, and I was like, "All
musician's
right,
really
now I
good."
need to play guitar."
Creed got you into it.
Can you take me higher? Yeah.
We still love you, Scott Stapp. Please take us on tour. Just saying.
Oh, I definitely. I'm not joking. Everybody gets down on Creed, Nickelback, all those, But no, I'm
They're
not
good
I'm
tunes.
not kidding.
They're good tunes.
I loved Creed, and still do. Those albums were great.
Weren't there rumors of a reunion for Creed?
There was.
I
this
did
year,
see
yeah.
something. Yeah, that was just the other day that popped
I was
up.
gonna say that's pretty recent.
But Mr. Stapp's still touring quite a bit.
He's stapping it.
Still touring.
He's not gonna stap.
I know the drummer Django in that band. He's super good. She just finished up some tunes with him. Solid drummer.
He's not gonna stab. That's so good. That's so good.
I'll just see myself out.
And Sean, I am definitely a mommy's boy, for sure. Yes. I was definitely the one that, like, if I stubbed my toe or like hurt my arm or something, I'd be fine, and then my mom would walk in. I'd be like, ah! Sing a song for me because I hurt my
I want to say, Cindy is saying here, I can never picture Dane Hartzell as a country music loving person. I still remember sitting at the picnic table at, where was it? What studio was it at? Outside, you're sitting with me and Matt from Age of Days, and you're talking about some country stuff. And it's at that point.
Oh, yeah.
At that point, I was like, I know that it's going to be good, but I feel like we need to have an intervention. So I'm like, you're a rock guy. Don't cross over. I know it's very tempting in Canada. It seems like the only way forward is to make country music. It's like, no, you can still play rock music. You can.
I was gonna say earlier today. I'm like,
I didn't say the only way forward.
But so many people jump ship on rock.
Okay, but I'm not talking about jumping ship on rock, but at the same time,
we're here. I was worried we were gonna get here at some point. Now we're here. Talking about country music.
We're in it. We're in it. Did you see that? I just flicked my pick. But no, I think that I was closer to country music when I started writing songs than I was to rock music. More because I was in like the R&B kind of funk / somewhat, and that soulful vibe doesn't necessarily translate into a lot of rock music. It's only doing
Like
Tense
Elvis?
Machine. Well, you know what?
Like
You ain't
Jerry
nothing but a
Lewis?
hound dog.
Like Ray Charles,
I love Ray Charles.
or like almost like anybody, like all the classics, legends.
No.
No, okay,
No,
all right,
not
yeah,
like
moving on.
all of
Moving
them.
on then. Moving on.
Well, no, not to move on. I'm staying on this. You can move on, but I just think that I think that everybody gives country music a bad name because it's the cool thing to do right now, and I know what you're gonna say, Mike, but well, actually I don't. I
No,
was
do
just
it. No,
saying
go,
that
because I'll say something after then.
Well, no, I would. Sorry, I'm getting the hair off my microphone, but I just think that the reason that I thought it was a good idea at the time was the fact that all the rock music that I was hearing was not rock music. It was like heavy synths and stuff that I didn't really gravitate to. It wasn't stuff like Chris Cornell.
Wasn't your
or-
ballpark.
It wasn't stuff that I felt good with. And so country music, it's like, you can give as much crap as you want to country music, but you listen to Keith Urban play a live show and tell me that that's not rock and roll. Like you're wrong. Because the guy can play guitar.
It's rock and roll
like
blue
a-
jeans.
Like it's heavy. The guy's band is phenomenal. He's an insane guitar player, and that's just one. Like there's lots of country musicians. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not defending
Done Gone Country.
I'm not defending the jump of like so many rock musicians to country music, but another one is Lit. Lit was an insanely awesome rock band. They made the switch to country, and I have to say, like, I dig it. I think it's awesome.
No, I would agree with something like Keith Urban with that. That's more onto that I want to say pop country side of that. But like modern country, like what we know as modern country these days,
But then
I think
you'd
it's
call that
pretty-
like bro country.
yes, and bro country was the dirty term.
It's like
for it.
hip hop.
Because it just had the urban edge on it, where it just had that strong beat underneath it, and then you pretty much had songsmith lyric writing rap over it. When you
All right,
really
but-
break it down to what it is, and
again,
that worked
I might
pretty well
catch-
with a certain demographic.
Melissa
I
would
might
put country
catch some
music on.
flack.
I just get my list out. All right, I got my list here, and what's we got on the list? We got cold beer, we got truck, blue jeans.
Okay, but I like all of those things. Like
Daisy
tell me you
Dukes.
don't like cold beer and short jean shorts. Sorry.
Short jean
I
shorts?
don't want a short jean shirt.
Pair of jeans that fit
show
just
the,
right.
Show the belly.
I have to get you an Etsy store. Dane Hartzell's short jean shirts.
Oh, short
Oh.
jean shirts.
Good stuff.
They're like shorts, but you just keep pulling them up.
But no, I definitely I love me some Florida Georgia Line.
I'm not downplaying the production.
Like that
great on
is
it.
like
and they're
the
good
epitome
tunes.
of bro country.
And my
And man,
Sorry.
I dig on it.
No,
Right.
Dirt, that's one of my favorite tunes.
my thing with a lot of the country is it's the wordsmithing, where you know like how long they put to get the lyrics as slick as they are, and the phrasing and all that stuff. Because some of it, it's like it just, I don't know, it turns into cheese for me. Just like how hard they go at some of those lyrics, and you'd see that there's like 5 people writing it, just trying to outline each other. I don't know.
This is
I'd
there's
still
not
take the
many
paycheck,
things-
not gonna lie. But
There's not many things I disagree with you on, but that would be one.
what
I-
would be one?
Well, I like the songsmithing with the I like the way that the country stuff kind of it comes around to be a full circle like idiom that
No, and
that
I-
sounds,
no, I get-
that sounds cool.
I like that, but there's certain, I don't know. I think there's some certain lines that just make me cringe, because I'm just like, you're trying really hard, So, but again, that's the gig. That's the gig for those writers. So
Yeah.
just keep making those lines.
Now
just feel like
what brought up the country thing? I have to know.
because Cindy was saying she couldn't see you being in a country.
Oh,
movie.
that's right. That's right.
And
I
then I
forgot.
remember that, and you were playing some of the stuff for me, man. I was just like, okay, Dane, just stay on the dock a bit longer. Just don't worry. There's other options out there. Other boats will come to port.
Yeah, I don't know.
As we see that.
We all do things and we make art.
Yeah.
That is what it is. You can hate as much as you want, but
I'm just saying.
well, no, you stay on the dock. It is what it is. But
I know. Also, the thing too, like I'm probably gonna chat about it more next week. But it's just like, the country things. It's a weird. It sits weird with me in Canada, because it's like, well, again, we lost another radio station to a country station here, and it's like,
Yeah, that burns.
yeah, that burns. RIP 89X. But it's just like seeing how the Canadian music industry is like embraced the countryside. I don't want to say like I'm sour about it, but also like the nostalgia rock thing. We embrace that, and then it's how many rock bands that could do well in the States, and we just don't embrace them here. It's just like, what is rock doing wrong in Canada? And you see how well it's doing down in the States.
Well, and it's what usually happens is bands go to the States and do well, and then Canada's like, our boys, and they welcome
like
them
best
back with open
friends.
arms. Exactly after, I don't know. It just kind of shows you that the U.S. and Canadian markets are so different, right? Because it's like country music up here and it's like, it's weird because there's a bit of a distinct like Canadian country thing going on as opposed to like a Nashville
that's
thing.
What I was
So
getting at, yeah.
it's a little different. There's a little bit of a flavor, right? Which is probably a bit of a barrier for some people, because the Nashville people notoriously don't just like let everyone in, like
Well,
they're selective with who is sort of accepted down there. So
And there's
you
the
can,
joke too of like the Canadian writers that go to Nashville and then become Nashville writers, and then the Canadian artists that outgrow Canada and go down to Nashville to write with Canadian writers in Nashville.
in Nashville. Right.
okay, but at the same time, what's the difference between that and what we did with Dead Set going to the States first?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh no, hands down, because My Darkest Days was way bigger down in the States than they were in Canada.
Like at the end of the
The
day,
door was
I think
open.
that I think that if you're a Canadian that wants to be a country artist, like there's not a whole lot that you can do, you know, cutting your teeth or so to speak in Canada. So like I understand the writers going to Nashville. It's like if you
Yeah,
want
totally.
to if you want to get, you know, some cleaning products for your house, you go to the store to get the cleaning products. You don't, you know, you don't walk around the streets going,
No, I
"Hey, does anybody have any cleaning products
no, I
for
get
my
that,
house?"
but it's like they leave to be verified and validated down there. But meanwhile, it's like the way the system works in Canada with their grants and everything. And I half joke where it's like, I don't know what season it is until I see another country music award show pop up online for Canada. It's like, it's interesting how much that was embraced with like the professional Canadian music industry as a whole over the last 10 years, and just some of the artists that have jumped over to it. So, but again, I understand like it is way bigger, but then again, I'd see that they don't really tour that much up here. It's all radio based.
You probably could almost tour enough if you're playing country in Canada to have your career to like not have to go to the States so much. Whereas rock, you could like you almost like it. To me, there's no question. You play rock music, you pretty much have to go to the U.S.
But the country artists here, they still don't do those type of like small bar tours. Like people, like it's really hard to explain, especially people that tour the States, like how much artists don't really tour Canada.
They just go and play big festivals and get like
They
30
yeah
grand
they'll pick their spots for sure, and they'll
Yeah.
play their local, you know, they play their hometown and stuff.
Because
few
there's
times
quite a few
year.
huge country like Boots and Hearts is massive now, and then there's
Yeah.
like a bunch of them around even just Ontario, big country music festivals that are crazy. We've always had one around, Mike, where we live, the Havelock Jamboree,
Yeah.
and in August that would, you know, that's about 10 minutes from where I grew up, so it would just take over. A little town of 1,300 people would turn into like 100,000 or something for one weekend. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying the big festivals don't happen, but just like touring as we know it, where you can go play, like
Where we-
between 4 states, you can play like 20 shows in 30 days
and
not
just
think it's weird.
grind. We
Yeah,
just
and not think it's weird,
grind
but it's
down
just
those.
like you still don't see
interstates.
the bands going out and touring, because I'm trying to think of the ones that I know that are doing well right now. It's like they, unless they're on a big tour again, they still don't do Canada really.
We played this
So-
as My Darkest Days. We opened for Hinder. We played this place called Nebraska Land Days, and it was somewhere outside of Kearney, I want to say. I don't remember exactly, but it was this huge, massive festival. And the guy there, they'd been putting on this show once a year for, you know, years and years and years. And he goes, he's like, yeah, at first it was the rock bands. They would come in, and they had all these big lights and systems and everything. And then you know, the country guys would come in with their little tweed amps and everything. He's like, then it switched over, and the country guys had all these big productions, and all the rock bands are just showing up with their gear and their amps, and that's it. It's just some lights, some guys on stage, and that's it. But because they were joking, we'd been there, and then we went back a year after, and the stage was all of a sudden like super tall, the roof, and we're like, what happened? And they said, I think it was Blake Shelton came in, and their production manager took one look at it and went like, nope, not tall enough. Make it another 20 feet higher for the country artists, right? So, but us rock kids are walking in, and we're like, you know, walking into the Coliseum. Oh wow, look at this! It's so
Like
big.
Shelton High
And
here.
also, we're like, what are we gonna fill this place up with? Like, we have nothing. We have like, even Hinder had, you know, more production than us, but they didn't have that much. It's funny, kind of, yeah, just like how things change.
Like Shelton production.
Huge.
Yeah, no, spectacle for sure. Okay, Dan, I'm not hating on country. I just have an interesting angle on it with some of the people that kind of
No, and I get that, but at the same time, it's like it is what it is. It's like there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that go to country for the sake of not being able to do anything else. I grew up literally having my dad putting Willie Nelson, like Georgia on My Mind is one of the first songs that I can remember being on the actual radio. So playing country music didn't feel weird to me.
Yeah.
Playing rock music doesn't feel weird to me. Playing friggin' reggae doesn't feel weird to me.
Very
I
versatile
think that,
artist, Dan.
well, it's not about being versatile. I'm trying to say that you know, people can hate on people playing country music, but if it's true, it's true. If it feels good, it feels good. If it doesn't, then yeah, that sucks. But yeah.
I think where I would draw the line is like, you have like, and this is the producer hat. You have inflections in your voice, and I never feel like you're forcing it. And I just feel like there's some other genres and there's some other singers where you hear them talk and then you hear them sing, and you're just like, that's pretty far apart from what's actually going on. But like, I don't feel like you're forcing some of your inflections with stuff, and that is a compliment, because it
No, I
sounds natural.
appreciate that.
I've heard you in so many
Realistically, though,
different
I don't think
situations.
the band that I was doing country music, I would say that we were more southern rock than we were country.
Yeah, and
I was gonna say that
I would
was
agree.
like, it was pretty rocky.
Yeah, and so, you know, the in between, and that's why, like I say, bands like Lit, that went from being rock to being, and they were very pop rock. It was like, that was a very like Ziploc Bag, beautiful pop rock song. But now they're very much like a pop country band.
Yeah, like I grew up listening to, like, my mom would always have, you know, Peterborough Country 105. Like, you'd wake up at like 7 a.m. and you'd hear boom, boom, boom through the floorboards, right? So I grew up, and like I still even remember the words, like some of those old 90s country songs, because that's what they'd play, like that was new in the 90s, and then all the stuff that came before. So like, kind of old-timey country. And now the new country, like, I played a few gigs with people and it was sort of like new country stuff, and it would be like, even I played with this girl for a while, and she would cover a bunch of the old country songs and then play new stuff, and the
was Andy,
feel
right?
difference.
Andy?
Sasha.
Oh, Sasha, sorry.
But just the feel difference between the music. I'd be lifting those tunes, and I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, get this. And like all the 90s stuff, I'd already know those songs. And then there'd be new stuff, and it'd be like, it'd almost feel like a completely different genre. It was like pop music, you know, the with the feel of it more, even just like the rhythm of the lyrics and stuff, because he'd sing harmonies along to stuff. And the
Yeah.
old stuff I was super used to, and the new stuff I was like, wow, I feel old. It made me feel really old. I was like,
The one thing that I really wish that rock crowds would adapt that country crowds have is the tailgating. Tailgating at the concerts. My dad and I stopped at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
Cleveland, yep.
Yeah, Cleveland. And I think it was Blake Shelton was playing a show at the arena, like the stadium, the football stadium.
It's right. Yeah, that's right
next
there.
door.
Yeah.
And so as we were going to find a parking spot, we pulled down into this one little area. It was packed, like railed to the point that the police were kind of guiding people through to parking spots. But the best part was the police were all there, but the entire parking lot was just a giant party. People had sound systems with like karaoke machines, and they were standing on their truck singing along to Blake Shelton tunes. And so as we're coming down, I hear all the music. I was like, I don't know, maybe there's a football game today, because like, it sounds like they're tailgating. And we get in there, and they were tailgating, but they weren't tailgating a football game. They were tailgating a Blake Shelton show. Like, they were pre-gaming
So
in the parking lot.
heavy metal parking lot has evolved.
Heavy metal parking lot
It's a
could
Blake
be,
Shelton concert.
could be a new
Yeah.
It might be
a new
next year, though.
resurgent.
They
Now
want
it's-
everything
yeah.
outdoors.
Now it's
so-
people just throwing down to Footloose, down there, down there, down there, down there, Footloose to Blake, because he covers that.
He does.
I know he does. He covers that song. And I think in the music video too, they're all in the back of, like, they're playing live, but they're in the back of pickup trucks. But like, they all have big rigs, so like everyone kind of has their own pickup truck. There's like a drummer truck
It is funny though,
and like a
because
Blake truck,
It's a keyboards truck.
keyboard truck.
COVID has become the bad guy in Footloose.
I don't think the bass player has his own truck, the crumb bum.
he's
Believe me, I know. He's on the ground beside the truck. They're like,
crumb
get
bum.
down there.
sharing with the drummer truck.
Yeah, he's sharing with he's on
You
the
crumb bum.
he's driving the drummer truck and playing
Oh,
bass.
that's funny.
No, it has some crazy stuff going on in it.
Dane,
though.
I think that could be something next year because everything they want everything outdoors. I think next year, so you could see some pretty good gatherings.
Well, and I feel
Vehicles
like if you drive
tailgating.
by Tim Hortons in Canada, it's like all the Tim Hortons have they have like their own tailgating. I was driving by the other day, and there's one right around the corner from our place that it's honestly it's like 5 to 7 vehicles with their trunks open and people just sitting in the trunks just chugging back on a
just
double double.
hydrating.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
one by your place, Mike, on Caledonia, where at Home Depot there.
Home Depot. Oh yeah.
That one, full out like people.
People
I'm
like to
surprised.
get
I'm like,
together there.
I don't know why they're not grilling out. They might as well. They got everything else.
That's true.
And that's-
Just
Bring
the
go to
grills.
Home Depot, grab some more propane.
Exactly.
The one by us actually it kind of looks like they're grilling out because there's a really terrible drug problem in Woodstock.
Things
And
on
so
fire.
they're all just sitting there cooking up their spoons, like over to the side of the Tim Hortons. So much so that they actually
the
have a
Tims?
needle, dude. They have a needle dispensary,
Oh, like a Sharps?
like a
Sorry,
nee-
dispensary
yeah,
or
like
deposit?
depository. Sorry, not dispensary.
Because if you're doing
come all, come
Tim's.
get your needle.
No, they're franchises, but for real.
because if you're doing a drug derived from the cocoa plant, what you need is coffee as well.
Hardcore.
Well, and the crazy thing is it's right by a church. And so the church, because they wanted the addicts to not be like sitting in the little alleyway thing, they put like a full on picnic table for them to be able to just kind of, hang out and do their thing. And they still, the other day I was walking by the picnic table and there was a guy like huddled in the corner by the church. I couldn't tell if he was pooping or shooting up. But like either way, I don't think the picnic table worked.
Both frowned upon in public, probably.
In Woodstock, I guess not so much, because they get away with it.
I don't know, like what's up?
Just
It's
impunity.
It's like a beautiful place. Like the times that I've been there, like you're painting. I don't know, maybe it's a particular Tim Hortons in church.
I hope that little diner down the road from your parents' place survived, Dane. That's a good little.
Oh, it did. And
Yeah.
actually, there's like a new coffee spot there. That the coffee is phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, really, really good. Little locally owned thing.
We stopped there with our Florida boys. on the
Yeah,
way
that
out
was
west.
farewell to fear. Yeah,
Farewell to fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I remember I got a free coffee because they didn't serve beer, and I had a bit of a hangover. But Walmart had beer.
Good old Wally World.
Wally World. Well, boys,
Oh, Zuckerberg kicking us off.
Yeah.
I think Zuckerberg's giving us the poke and the
Zuckerberg.
chops, but
I'm gonna go and record bass for something
You should.
for someone.
Should record bass for something.
is it a country tune?
I don't know. We don't.
Oh,
You never know until you get it back from.
I don't know.
Mike's.
I got my banjo back from Lynn's finally.
Oh, shibby.
Yeah. See, I even got the picks right here.
You
I
gonna
dropped 'em
rock the
everywhere.
Oh, you got your finger picks.
Look at that.
Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna play
Dangerous.
bass with it though. Click, 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 click. The metal. Yeah, it probably won't work.
You got that sympathetic fifth string.
Really,
Dude, I
Metallica singy sound.
love that little string that's all tuned funny on the top. That's great. Lots
I
of
can't
fun.
stand it because I always hit it first.
Oh, you just got to learn
It
how.
drives me insane.
Yeah, it sucks.
That being said, though, I'm playing on my dad's banjo that is like, I think about 50 years old. I think close to that.
Is it so heavy that you can kill someone with it? It feels like.
The strings are far enough off the neck that you could probably slip somebody's head in between them and
Set out a
And-
snare.
set out a terrible.
Catch if things. Well, if things really go bad this year with society,
If we get zombies,
we could
You
we
can
could
always-
figure it out.
you can
if
always
we get
catch some
zombies,
Just
game with a banjo.
yeah,
if we
exactly.
get zombies, you can take them out with it.
Foot snare.
Yeah.
I hope we don't get
I
zombies.
like it.
All right.
Yeah, gives a reason to use the crossbow. All right, boys. Well, for those watching, thank you guys very much. Thanks for the questions and the comments and the shibby sham. if you're on the internet, which I would imagine that you probably are because you're watching us at this particular moment, go find us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. That keeps you in the loop. So when we go on live, you'll get a little email and it'll be like, "Hey, your favorite people in the entire world are going live right now. Maybe you should drop whatever you're doing and just go watch." And if you're not watching on the internet, if you're watching through some kind of weird satellite dish that is poking through the ethers and finding its way to you, then find out what you're watching on and send us a message because we would love to know so that we can have these little conversations be more inundated and knowledgeable. I'm really trying to cover a lot of bases on this one.
I'm still just hoping we don't get zombies.
Yeah, no, zombies would suck.
I know that.
But anyways,
The Walking
we
Dead
just
just dragged
put a
on
record out.
forever too. Like just
Yeah,
that
really
show
did.
just kept going, the season after season. And you're like,
One,
why
it
are there
killed-
still zombies? What,
It
they haven't
killed
got
the
them all
spirit of
yet?
All the
They're
cool
melted
ones.
by now.
I just don't know. I mean, it's not even the zombies. It's just the boredom of all those seasons we'd have to live through. I just, oh God, I want to do it.
Anyways, those subscribing on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, thank you very much. Those who haven't, do. And those on Facebook, share. Please share. Sharing is caring. You'll brighten someone's day with a smile. Anyways, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Sundays at 6. Make sure you tune in Wednesday night with your Wednesday night groove. And we'll see you guys on another time. Have a good day. Yay.
I was waiting for the cue.
I was trying to give a good send-off song.